Breaking news! The world is ending. Wealth inequality is no more.
Wait, Kim, that's not the news for today.
Like all good things, everything must come to an end. The biggest institutions and companies have a ticking clock that's far from being run out. Like this plastic bag, completely man-made, not of nature's making, believed to never corrode, but it will. Just far, far from now, Kim.
Even the things that can't be seen, like capitalism, there's a predictable end. But what follows capitalism? Let's discuss.
Capitalism and globalization are necessary entities, also commonly known as necessary evils in societies. With human natures developing technology and strategies, this is abused and underregulated.
What exactly is capitalism? It is an economic system characterized by private ownership in which the free market alone controls the production of goods and services. Here, private citizens own capital.
One of the biggest effects of capitalism is wealth inequality. As seen in today's society, there is an existing 1% wealthy elite far from the middle and lower class. It's easy to fall down the socioeconomic ladder, but very difficult to climb up to the top, unless you've got a history of connections.
In the Philippines alone, we can see the close gap between lower and middle class societies. Meanwhile, the gap from middle to upper class is very distinct. We can see empires and companies owned by billionaires like the C siblings, the children of SM's Henry C, Camellia Homes founder and Vistaland owner Manuel Villar, and Enrique Razon Jr., the owner of Soler. They have it all, like they have it all for you. Hello? This just in. We just have received word from our intel. A better world is coming. V, what's the update?
Yes, Kim, Emmanuel Wallerstein has called about the world systems theory. A better world may be coming, but it must acknowledge that some countries benefit from capitalism while others suffer from exploitation. In turn, there is a grave inequality. A capitalist world economy endlessly accumulates capital. Wallerstein's world systems question Marxist ideology, and it recognizes the value of capitalism, but also goes against it.
Folks, we report that there will be an uprising from the working class which will spark the transition to communism. It will be a society where everything is run by the government. Essentially, a classless society. What? Communism? Indeed. As we continuously go against capitalism and fight for equality, the inevitable successor is communism. Let us not see the rigidly from the perspectives of the radical or conservative. However, it's true that the radical side will conquer. But this is not an endgame.
Not an Infinity War nor a Taylor Swift song.
Incoming climate advisory for all societies. Be prepared for capitalism decay. The Philippines has declared a level 3 alert where capitalism will be washed out by several storm surges called the radical current. Made up of liberal and radical ideologies, it has been added since the 19th and 20th century. People flooded demanding for more rights during the European Revolution in 1968.
Societies now started to follow the principles of globalization, bringing forth and assimilating ideologies, products, and ways of life from other nations. But then social issues had become just another problem to solve.
Again, folks, this is an advisory that is not impossible for capitalism to be changed, swept away like a storm. But how will the world adjust?
In other news, we just received 2 possibilities for a post-capitalist world. Here is Dara Hermenegildo for more details.
According to my insiders, the 2 possibilities for a post-capitalist mode of production are a non-capitalist system that retains its worst characteristics of capitalism, such as hierarchy, exploitation, polarization, and one that lays the foundations for a system based on relative democratization and relative egalitarianism, or simply equality.
It must be a problem that humanity can fix if a necessary evil was already washed away, yet exploitation and hierarchy stayed. Folks, it's one or the other. Which will be allowed to happen?
The filthy rich are often seen as the reasons why we still have wealth inequality. In the Philippines, many of them acquire their wealth through illegal and unjustifiable means. Many Filipinos go abroad to become more financially comfortable, but going beyond the borders sometimes doesn't guarantee closing the wealth gap. So how can this be solved?
Better tax allocation can contribute to universal access to basic needs for everyone, like education, healthcare, and shelter. If our taxes are distributed properly and justifiably to the current needs of our society, we can lessen the gap between rich and poor.
First, our healthcare systems could be improved and on par with other countries. Second, our education needs can be met to provide better opportunities for the youth and lessen the income gap with the rich. And lastly, we can avoid over-congesting the cities by having enough space and shelter for everyone.
This is Kim Umayang
V. Marquez.
And Darius Hermenegildo, where the people's voice prevails.
And the truth unveils.
This is Aguila